Ladies and gentlemen, this is the BaseTradeTV Showdown. DaNa versus Byun. Panda, you want to take this off?
Sure. Down here in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, currently up 1-0. I do hope that's not the broadcaster. It is Byun Prime spawning as the blue Terran player. Under the ID of Puppy King, you can find out more of him on this Twitter, at Byun Prime.
Yeah, I do recognize the score is mistaken, guys. I'll fix that here in just a sec. Let's get through intros first. His opponent in the top left. It's the Pink Zerg play for my insanity. It is DaNa. And of course, you can check him out at RadicDaNa on Twitter. I saw these scores around. But yeah, so one thing I want to comment on here too. Like, first off, again, I want to shout out and love to the sponsors of the event, you guys, the viewers. But more importantly, DaNa is this player who I think a lot of people maybe haven't heard of him before. And ooh, we actually have an early pool coming down, Panda. I'm wondering if this is anticipating more shenanigans. Because I mean,
Byun usually sees you first on this map. Goes for Rax first this time.
Well, I was gonna say, like, you can't really 10 pool a Terran play. You're gonna have that wall off, but yeah, small speech about DaNa, guys. Like, this guy's been through a lot of teams in recent months. He was on Vega. That's when I first saw him start playing. Then he went to It's Gosu. He's been playing Go for StarCrafts, Zotac Cups, all these little mid-tier tournaments. And he's been winning, or at least getting very far in most of them. Even playing the WCS EU qualifiers recently. But, oh man, we got 6 Zerglings coming out. He's looking to do damage.
I'm really interested if this is actually an educated build. I would imagine it would be so, because Byun generally does CC first in this map. Granted, it is not in the ladder in Heart of the Storm anymore. So maybe it's a little bit of a throwback build.
Well, not even go for that full wall off. A 6 pull typically is a bit awkward because you can't make it work, but if he can catch Byun... Oh, he doesn't even get the watch. He does get the watchtower. Doesn't see the Zerglings coming. If he goes for CC next, which it looks like he's going to, this could be trouble. As there's no full wall off. There's no bunker. There's nothing here to defend but one lone Marine. And here comes that supply depot. A little bit late, but better late than never.
Yeah. Unfortunately, a little bit of a delayed second Marine there.
Oh, but the
immediately canceling his CC.
Last second possible on that supply depot. Very close there, but not unexpected to have that level of control out of Byun. Sadly, the one Marine will be taken out. Zerglings going to town on these supply depots. Second one about to pop, and DaNa's got to be careful with his Zerglings. Because you don't want to lose any for this. Oh, one does go down.
You cannot afford to do it.
But you know what? He's canceled the natural for the time being, forcing a lot more barracks out of Byun. And while this didn't cause game-ending damage, it's not like a 10 pull sets you back, as we see here, we already have a Queen and a hatchery about to complete. I mean, it stints your economy ever so slightly, but you're still in the game. Now, if you 8 pulled or 6 pulled, different scenario altogether.
Yeah. It's a nice balance. 10 pull is a nice balance of economy with being able to do a fair amount of damage here. Byun does scout the fact that there is a lack of gas here, and unless DaNa does get up a couple spine crawlers is natural. Like, Byun, the counter pressure from Byun can absolutely roll over DaNa. A pure lane and a couple queens, especially if he brings SCVs with us, and he can even expand behind it too. That's the beauty of the fact that
DaNa's going to see this Marine count, and he's got to know there's more than one barracks up in that base.
Yeah.
The SCV that was getting earlier did get alive. DaNa with these 3 bases though, I'm a little questioning about how risky this is in this situation, because like you said, if Byun just pushes with these Marines, currently what's on the field can't really contend with that.
He sacrificed. He was positioning to sacrifice an Overlord, but he did see the additional barracks right now. Immediately cancels and throws down 2 spines. He does. All right, 3, 4.
4. Okay.
I like this.
I think 3 would have been like a little much. But 4 to me feels like an overreaction. But you know what? We were saying earlier, save this story.
He needed 3 because 1 will most likely get focused down before he engages. DaNa is actually moving forward with a couple more lings to potentially get a cancel on his command center yet again.
He's got to buy himself a little bit of time here too, because these spines are not quite up. And Byun, seeing all the spines, might just choose to back off for the time being. But he is going to continue pushing. Spines about to pop. Meanwhile, as you said, Zergling's coming into the natural. 3 Marines here to defend. Going to get slaughtered, and he should absolutely...
Byun's only spawning additional SCVs right now. This command center will be canceled on the low ground.
But he's still got the worker lead through all of this. So much has been forced out of DaNa. I mean, 4 spines, a lot of Zerglings, speed not even
and
anywhere.
the tech is non-existent. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's no gas, no nothing. He's gonna be playing with slow links, which are not bad, but you can't push out against this Marine force. And DaNa, gonna find himself caught outside the base. Does need to lose a couple Zerglings. But Byun's command center on the high ground is about to complete. Natural's about to complete. He's got a third one coming down on the high ground. I mean, he was delayed, but he's kind of recovered from that very nicely, I feel.
Yeah.
I do like that DaNa's trying to take advantage of the fact, too, knowing that Byun's army is not at home, but instead across the field. But there's more than enough Marines here to deal with this, especially on this choke.
DaNa has to be really careful with how many Zerglings he sacrifices at this point. Nice SCV snipe for 2 lings. I take that.
But man, 19 Marines on the field. I tell you, DaNa wishes he had a Baneling or 2 right now. Gas has started mining though. Luckily, 3 gases, 4 gases now just being added. And yeah, I mean, it's an awkward start to a game, but again, I feel DaNa can recover out of this quite nicely. I mean, it's not like he's significantly behind going for that 10 pull. I feel it paid for itself with the fact that how long it delayed this natural. I mean, Byun should have had this up and running a long time ago.
Let's see. I'm interested. We have a bunker coming down now for Byun. It looks like he is going to be playing defensive. I wonder if he's going to go for factory tech or those double E-base first. There we go. Alright, that answers my question.
Yeah, it's hard to really convince people to play mech, I feel, nowadays. It's not like mech is bad, but bio is just so much better, especially if you've got the micro control to do multiple drops with that harassment like a main force coming in.
Yeah. Mech is also somewhat weak in Wings of Liberty on this map because of the fact that the third and the main are so easily be able to drop, and it's very difficult to actually secure a fourth, but with Widow Mines, I feel that is somewhat mitigated.
I'm gonna assume you meant Heart of the Swarm?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I totally did.
Man, these Zerglings, again, gonna be caught outside the base for DaNa. Gonna be forcing this cancel again on this third. It's a little unfortunate, because there's so many Marines coming in here. DaNa's got the Spire coming out, though. I mean, it's gonna be here, but this many Marines, I don't think he's gonna really worry. No stim, no combat shield yet, but that's fine, because Marines just have that damage. They don't care about the low Mutalisk count. They don't care about the small Zergling count. There's no Banelings just yet in the field. Byun is actually very safe to just walk around the map like he owns the place.
Yeah. DaNa actually taking this third over here, but Byun is actually checking that right now.
Yeah, he's been bouncing back and forth between the two bases this entire game, and DaNa, check it.
This is 150 minerals going down the drain so far with these first 2 hatcheries. Actually, no, that's the third hatchery.
That's the third cancel, yeah. Resources lost heavily, not in DaNa's favor right now. Stim did just complete as well, so I mean, Byun, there we go, gonna take this fight. Nice surround, no, doesn't quite get it.
He doesn't have nearly enough unit numbers. That was very nice positioning by Byun, engaging on the island there.
DaNa's just kind of like, oh my god, what just happened there? Yeah, so like you said, he's got the Double Engineering base, he's got the tech on the way. DaNa is so far behind in terms of tech. I mean, he's just now finished his Baneling Nest. He's got the Spire up. No Evolution Chambers anywhere to be seen. I just fear that he might start falling a little too far behind from the constant delays of his third bases.
Yeah, you need an economy to be able to confront a Terran on 3 CC, regardless of whether or not he's actually floating the other one out at this point. He's been able to actually get his SCV count up and has never...
Oh, look at the target fire on those Banelings.
Yeah, that was very nice.
That was insanely well done there by Byun. Canceling again. Not picking it off but canceling. And I can't see DaNa. He's trying so hard to deal with these small contingency of Marines. Once you got tech with them, once you got medevacs as well, Banelings do connect finally. Although just barely.
Yeah.
And now we have DaNa
Byun
moving
does end up scouting the Mitas as well. I like the fact that he's going for a little bit of a faster factory than he generally goes for. Just to get that drilling calls upgrade a little bit sooner.
Yeah, he's got such an intense worker lead right now. DaNa really needs to pick something off here. A couple SCVs at the very least. Turret does complete. But the Marines stim him back home. Gonna chase these Mutalisks off, and DaNa with another huge swarm of Zerglings just getting...
Gosh.
I mean, Zerglings are expendable units. They're expendable units, but not like this.
No.
I do like his control though, constantly picking off SCVs here and there, doing a little bit what he can. But again, this third base, for the 5th time I think, gonna be canceled this game.
Yep. That is the 5th cancel.
And Marie's going to push up this ramp. Spinecrawler is going to do what they can, but there's no support for them. Bailey's going to try and roll in. He's got that speed, but look at that split! And that focus fire from Byun is just out of this world, guys. It's like DaNa doesn't even have banelings at this point. Marine Corps is going flying. Spinecrawler is trying to do what they can, but these medevacs are going to just heal these Marines to full. And DaNa with the Mutalisk still a little bit further out, going to lose the baneling nest. Such a critical building at this stage of the game. And DaNa, again, going for that third base in the awkward location. Trying to do what he can to stay in this, but... I mean, how long has Byun had this third base up for compared to DaNa? I mean, super oversaturation to boot.
Yeah. The one thing going for DaNa right now is that Byun, his 2-2 started a fair amount of time after his 1-1 completed, but, like, 1-1 is completely and utterly fine for the intents and purposes of Byun in this match. I mean, DaNa is actually forced to rebuild a baneling nest at this point, too. It hasn't been looking good for a while.
No, definitely not. But he's continuing with the harass with Mutalisk, but just a little too much in the end.